Hello, this is Timothy Bishop. January 15th, 1992. I think it's the only time this year the only time I've ever made a tape on the 15th besides September. You know, I'm in a really bad mood right now. I don't know why I'm being so cheerful as I talk, because it's really ticking me off. I don't even have to tell you what happened, because you already know. It happens all the time. Try to spend a little bit of time over here and you feel so guilty for it. You feel like the devil just because you spend a little time here, and that's what it is, too. I knew he was coming to pick us up today, but I didn't think he was going to come and pick us up around lunchtime before we even had a chance to eat lunch. What kind of time alone is that? When are they going to get through their sick skulls that we like to be alone? Or they think we're just lying to? What's so good about being prepared? Now, what does he want us over there for if all we're going to just sit upstairs all day anyway? It ticks me off. When I finally decided to tape over this tape, I'm glad I did. I've been waiting for a long time for an opportunity to do this, and even if I'm not alone, I'm still talking. This is really ticking me off. We're at Mom's house right now. He's coming in 40 minutes. So in the meantime, I gotta do some cleaning up around here. Go ahead and get the Mario paint, all my games and everything. Make sure all that's packed up, because I knew he was coming to get for this 4-day weekend. This is the first day of our 4-day weekend. Look where we're doing. I'm sure glad I didn't rent that Final Fantasy game, because I wouldn't have gotten to play it at all. I'll explain to you this little telephone conversation we had. Good fart. Well, anyway, he called us up at about okay, called us at about 11 o'clock or so, 10:50 is what it was. And I knew right away he was saying, when I come and I'll pick you all up, you know. Like, we really like being over there, you know. Well, anyway, he asked, when do y'all want me to come and pick you up? You want me to come and pick you up today? What are you supposed to say? No. Well, anyway, when he said, yeah. I said, what time are you thinking about? Once again, you know, no multiple choice, just fill in the blank, which is much worse. But anyway, I said, what about 7 o'clock? Have 7 o'clock sound? He said, why so late? So there you go. You have to feel guilty for staying here till 7 o'clock. I should just told him to stay here till tomorrow. That would have been a lot easier. Well, I said, I don't know. Anytime's fine with me. And he said, how about around dinner time? I'm thinking, oh, dinner time? Well, that's only about 2 hours early, but that's okay. 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I don't know. I said, yeah, that sounds fine. And he says, okay, I'll come pick you up about 12 o'clock. Think you can be ready by then? I was sitting there. I was so surprised at how early he was talking. I thought he was going to say something like 4 or 5 o'clock. He comes out with that 12 o'clock. I'm sitting there, the heck? I'm sitting there in my mind. It's mad as hell. Well, he says, do you think you'd be ready by the time I come and pick you up then? What are you supposed to say? No, I can't be ready by 12 o'clock. I give you an hour to get ready. I say, I can't be ready in an hour. You have to give me 2 hours. Well, we're going to just sit around and play Nintendo. Well, I said, maybe. And he said, Tim, just tell me yes or no. There you go. If he's going to be like that, might as well stay here for the rest of my life. Well, I said, yes. So he's coming over at 12 o'clock. Or at least Steve didn't get too mad about us bringing Super Mario Kart. So last night he was playing Super Mario Kart against Mom. He wasn't even trying. He was just letting her win. I don't see how you can enjoy that, though. Mom said she might well stop playing if he's not going to try, because you don't want to play against somebody if they let you win. Otherwise, you don't feel like you've done anything if you win. It'd be harder to lose than it would to win. You want to do what's hardest. You want to be better than others. Yeah, maybe that's selfish, but certainly you don't want to win against somebody who lets you win. Curious if you win anyway, but I don't know. Some pretty good farts on this tape so far, but anyway. I'm kind of talking fast, don't know why. I'd be ready to go. She didn't seem too much happier that we were going down there either. Like, 12 o'clock, what the heck are we going to do over there, you know? Just going to sit upstairs all day. Still wants us to... God dang! Look at that algae here! Look at the piece of doo-doo coming out of that thing! I am odd! Look at that! Do it again. Move it, algae eater. That is the biggest piece of doo-doo I've ever seen coming out of an algae eater. That thing is 3 inches long. Oh! Man, it's longer than that! Man, that was hilarious. That's the longest piece of doo-doo I've ever seen. The algae eater releasing. Well, I've never seen the algae eater duke before. When they duke, boy, they duke, don't they? Well, anyway. Shucks, there won't be nothing to look at over there. I just go up to my room and listen to some tapes for the rest of today. Jeez, it's the use, you know. We're going to have Monday off, too. We won't have freedom that day either. He doesn't even have a job, so there you go. That explains why I don't even want to go over there. And, you know, if he doesn't have a job, he can say, we gotta go do something. I can't spend time around the house. You pay $600 a month to live in this place just so you can go spend your life out at the mall or somewhere else, you know. Oh, another phone call. Yeah, I'll give you a call tonight just to make sure. Yeah, well, that was Steve. Yeah, sure, I'll give him a call tonight to make sure everything's all right. I bet you we won't even be there because you feel like the devil just because you're staying at home. You know. I never stay at home without feeling guilty. Sheesh. You could spend all that time in school, you know. And Zelda 3 sounds pretty fun right now. I think I might do that again because I'm I'm going to let Christopher borrow it again. He was definitely upset that night. Ooh, let me read you a diary. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I didn't really want to read you. I don't guess I really wanted to read you this diary, but...
No, I don't guess I really want to listen to it either.
Bowling alley last night, Christopher and Erica were there, but Christopher seemed quiet that night. One time I walked by Pat talking to him, and she said, "Why don't you ask him?" I just now thought of this. I bet he wanted to keep Zelda for a while because he was having so much fun with it, but he was afraid to ask me. Last night I didn't even know that he brought it, so when I heard Pat say that, I thought he couldn't figure out something. He was afraid to ask me. So that explains about Christopher. You see, he probably wants to keep Zelda. He was at one of the best parts in the game right before you get the last pendant. That's the funnest part. I should have checked to see if he got the moon pearl anyway. See if he even got into the tower, you know. But anyway, this is the part about adding new options to a game. Steve got so mad about it. It says, first I told them that Christopher would be surprised to see what I did about getting gold in the special cup so he could try out the 150cc racing and all that. And then Mom said, well, he can undo it, can't he? Then I tried to tell him that Christopher could still play the 50cc race if he wanted to. But then Steve, as usual, started copying Mom, trying to make her think he's some big hero coming up to prove her point correct. He said Christopher can undo it. He'll find a way. I'm sure he will. And he would not shut up at all, so Mary and I just gave up. First of all, he probably doesn't know the first thing about creating new options for a game. He probably thinks that just because Christopher has the option to play a harder level, that means he can no longer play the easy level. I'm telling you, everything that was there when I took that game from him was still there when I gave it back. I didn't erase anything from it. I just conquered the hardest level, so it gave me the option to play an even harder level. If Christopher doesn't want to try that level, that's fine. He doesn't have to. He doesn't need to worry about taking away an option that doesn't affect anything if you don't try it. And that's my diary right there. It's about 6 pages. I only read you like 1.5 pages, so anyway, that's pretty much sums up what's been happening over the last week about... Well, anyway, they bought Super Mario Kart last night, so that's why we were playing it today, and that's why we were so upset that we had to go back there. But then Mom said we could bring it since they wouldn't be able to play it anyway, but Steve wants them to get a Super Nintendo. It's about time they saw what real power means. But anyway, I'm sure this regular Nintendo's still fun to play when I get back there. I can finish up Zelda, so I guess that's good. Figure out how to beat it without a sword, which I've been trying to do. You know, the big secret, though, is building up money, because I don't have anything that doesn't run out on you. The only thing you can use that never runs out is the magic rod, and that's the hardest thing to get. You see, arrows, if you don't have enough money, you can't use them. And then bombs, you don't always have them forever. Boomerang doesn't even affect them, it just freezes them. And the candle, you can only use it once on the screen. If I had the red candle, maybe I could use it. So I'm going to go for the red candle. But anyway, still need to get that one back to Blockbuster since I got 5 games here, don't I? And I got 3. That's 8 games I got now. For my Super Nintendo, that's double what I had before I got Mario Paint. Super Scope, no, it's Super Mario World, Super Scope, Castlevania 4. That's all I had before I got Mario Paint, wasn't it? Pretty good fart, huh? Got a Kelka feeling, that's where all it's coming from. It's hot in here, isn't it? Yeah. We need to turn that AC up a little bit. I need to go pee-pee too. Hold on. There, I'm back. I almost forgot that I could just turn the microphone off, but if I have to keep pausing it like this, he's going to be here before this tape is even over. This makes me so mad. Of course, there is plenty to do when we get back, plenty to show off. Try the Legend of Zelda. But anyway, I guess I'm going to get straight A's. I'm not really sure if I'm going to get straight A's or not. I was really worried about American history because, like I said, I had an 83 in there. So that's half the reason I haven't even had an 81 in the progress report.
I can't wait till you get your report card so you can shut up about that.
Then my average went back up to about an 85. From that, that's not him right there, is it? Okay, I'm back. No one's bad. It's just Zelda, that's all it is. But anyway, he's going to be coming pretty soon. And that's what else I can do. Use my Walkman in this car. Listen to a tape. Listen to this one, you know. If you haven't turned that stereo all the way up. I don't know what he's going to be listening to. Sometimes it's so stressful, that drive back. Maybe I should put on some deodorant. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. The reason I did that so my armpits wouldn't be stinking on the way back is, you know, it seems like a sense of smell is a little bit oversensitive, because there was one day we went to Josh and Ashley's house. I put on some deodorant. I applied it generously, and when we got down there, he said, you didn't take a shower this morning, did you? And I said, no, because I didn't. And he said, well, if you forget to take a shower, you could at least put on some deodorant. I did put on deodorant that day. Well, let's see what else I can bring. I'm going to go ahead and listen to this on the way back, I guess. Maybe I can just rewind it in the Walkman or something. You know, and get me something to listen to on the way back. Keep me busy, make me look busy. That's the most important thing when you're over there, the main strategy. Just look busy, make yourself look busy. It's the only way you can keep them from saying something to you. Finding out stuff. And that dirt that we spilled on the carpet, we tried to clean it up. We did a pretty good job of it, and 5 days later it was as white as a ghost from all that bleach. And so anyway. And then the nail polish remover that we spilled on the table there. They're going to get that replaced on the 16th of this month. Doesn't look as if they've been really suffering from it, you know. The only reason you use a table is to put stuff on it, not to be decorative, not to be a show-off. I don't have nobody come over here anyway except for Pat and Dennis. It's not like they're going to be depressed or disappointed in you just because you got a nail polish remover stain on your table, you know. Oh yeah, I want to bring that Nintendo Power. I'm just trying to get all my stuff ready. Go ahead and take these instructions to Super Mario Kart. Take a better look at them. Sure, well, it's nice to see that Mom was willing to let us take Super Mario Kart back home, though, because then that's all the more to show off. But anyway, Ghouls and Ghosts, I wanted to show off that too, but the first thing he did at level 5, he turned the TV all the way down because he was talking on the phone, you know. People don't never turn their own shows down. They always turn the Nintendo down. And every time people start naming off lists for things you don't need to live, you know, the first thing everybody mentions is the Nintendo. You know, people say, well, we don't necessarily need a house to live, you know. Or like most of the stuff that we got is not essential to our life, and the first thing everybody mentions is the Nintendo, you know. I don't understand why. Shoot, it's worth $90. Maybe we really take something that's not worth $90 and say, hey, we can, you know, that's not necessary for our life. This table isn't necessary for our life. The love seat isn't necessary for life. The fake Christmas tree isn't necessary for life. You know, the TV shelf isn't necessary for life. It's not like you can't watch TV on the floor anyway. You just want to be show off again. But, you know, books aren't necessary for life. They just stretch your imagination a little bit, and I'm getting more into reading. I just got to be sure to bring The Shining back to Mom, because I knew she saw that there was one missing, so I'm going to bring that back to her. I read Sinner. I guess the next one I'm going to read is Cujo, if I ever get back to it again. And like I said, there's 3 main reasons that I like to be alone, because when I'm not alone, there's nobody my age or sex. There's no other boys that are like 16 years old that like to play Nintendo. And the second reason I like to be alone is because you can lose your temper. And what's going to happen is if you want to get out and drive for a while, you practice driving. I could tell them to do that. It's just how you're supposed to practice driving with somebody who practically reprimands you every time you know, make a little mistake. Of course, I guess that's what it takes to teach, you know, this driving. This ain't no Super Mario Kart. This ain't no game where you can mess up 6 times and still win, you know. This is real life. You got to get out there and do it perfect. And you got to do it the right way. And you're not allowed to hit the other guys and just lose a coin. If you hit the other guy, you lost your car. That's all there is to it.